What to do when your renowned Mexican poetry teacher points out exactly where in your poems you sound like a tourist in Mexico.
Go to the nearest taqueria and order tres de costilla and a victoria. Páyate guana huipil in cobalt and black.
Make plans with your friends Donatiu to eat mole at the stranger's house on Friday night.
Remember your grandfather was a bracero, which means there was not enough food. Remember your pregnant mother rode a bus for 2 days to get to the Tijuana border.
Remember your father was deported at least once. Remember you know how to clean the spines from nopales. Remember your unborn brother buried under the milpa.
Tepoztlan, what strikes me are the mountains. To look up and to feel like their presence and also the way that they change with the fog and the light. I definitely feel small in their beautiful, powerful presence. Waking up in a new place with new sounds and different kinds of quiet, it feels like a different species of quiet than my quiet at home. I imagine to be somewhere thinking about one's work in the powers and history and beauty of this place. I can't imagine that it won't touch the work in meaningful ways.
I was mostly excited to come to Mexico because I'm writing about my father's lineage, and to be able to work on the poems of my blood in the land that they're from was incredibly powerful.
I also feel like poetry uniquely can kind of be a method of inquiry into what belonging really means, like beyond something like nationality.
Es lo más importante. El factor humano de Under the Volcano es innegable. Tenemos gente de todo el mundo, gente de culturas muy distintas, gente con formación muy distinta y con expectativas muy distintas, ¿no?
Esta mañana era como hablando entre inglés y español con alguien de la India, 2 personas de la India, 2 norteamericanos, nosotros la cuota colombiana y un par de mexicanos era. Y eso es muy enriquecedor, ¿no? Como que hay visiones muy diferentes de la vida, de lo que se está haciendo en este momento, como en cada escena.
Y la dimensión de cada una de nuestras presencias, que es tan pequeña, pero al mismo tiempo, pues a través de las palabras, nos permite ganar territorio en entornos así tan descomunales y tan hermosos.
We've been incredibly lucky to have extraordinary writers teaching over the years. In every case, the people who have come to teach are writers whose work I love. The other side of it is, can they teach? So there are people who write brilliantly, but they're not cut out to do this level of teaching, which is very deep, very generous.
It's a tremendous honor to be back in this space, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Monument. This is the second year that we've done this very broad poetry reading. It's going to be today in 3 languages. We are very honored to have here a poet from Chiapas who will be reading her work in Tzotzil. Others of us will read in the languages in which we write.
Yun chiil taktik, chanum taspanehetik, yang ush elan te chanel. Elal no yunenal ha bilal te chapanel tzim tzibabil te tzubilum. Tinta y lágrimas que bajan de las montañas de esperanza.
Dentro de las crónicas difíciles de nuestra historia, lo que nos une a la bestia peluda, al pez y al pájaro, vivimos dentro de la sombra sagrada del árbol de la sangre. Punto cardinal de los enigmas, avanzo hacia tu encuentro, palabra roja, familia infinita.
Hacer del vacío encuentro, de la soledad piernas entrelazadas, fiesta de las pieles. Yo te digo al oído lo que Cernuda le escribió a su amante mexicano.
Siempre hay cola y todos piden la vez diciendo «Hola, el último». Quiero decirle al mero que estás muerto, gritarle al langostino «Ha fenecido». Eso te haría gracia. En mi isla, los difuntos inventaron una forma sencilla para anunciar su muerte entre los vivos. Al misatge, Noticia de un deceso que había que pasar de vecino a vecino sin entrar en las casas hasta llegar al mar.
Full of desire to be the pigment of poetry. And yellow did not leave, faithful servant. It remained in the jaundiced cloth of Judas's robe. Yellow, the last color that opened for Borges, fought to stay in stained glass, in Van Gogh's sunflowers, and in the Jew's cloth star, yellow star that became word.
The loved ones coming in the static, dandelion the brother, the sister air now, arriving and hovering the black, yellow, green of the fruit of the radios. We are all of us here because of war.
It feels like there's a lot of tissue, like connective tissue, between people within our program and the Poets program, and journalism and writing of witness and fiction. We all are healing a lot of the same wounds, and so being able to converse, charlar, comer, tomar mezcal together has been incredibly beautiful.
Connecting that deeply with a group of people, having this like deep feeling of being understood and understanding each other and being like equally invested in each other's work. I just kind of felt this like blurring of the edges in a way.
Del cuerpo, o sea, lo que ya dijimos, ¿no? Cara abierta, hombros para atrás, sacando pecho orgullosamente. Círculo. Voy a tener mucho cuidado cuando pase por atrás, no la dejo colgada y no fuerzo la articulación.
La poesía en un libro pues no es más que una partitura. Falta la mitad de la obra, falta que alguien la diga. Y en eso es como la música, y no hay nada como asistir a eso en vivo. Siento que hay muchas cosas que uno puede entender cuando escucha a quien lo escribe leerlo.
Thank you to everyone who's helped with it. It's called Persephone's Mestiza Musings, Dating in the Underworld. Hey there, sorry I'm not too fancy. Buy my chonies in a 6-pack from Ross, and don't dress up my duende in nice sweater sets. And white girls tend to make me antsy, make me pluck the stray Mexican off my face. So who knows, maybe they'll only see the gringa half in me, crunch me up with their crisp aloe water cocktails and invite me to dinners I can't afford. And
Quisiera decirte, el tiempo sana todo, pero hay dolores que esperan por días, meses, años, hasta que lanzan el machetazo. Todo es colmillo, navaja, rompemadres. El mar quebró las cortezas de mi piel.
4, 5, 6 besos, y 2 horas después de hacer la fila, su cuerpo cruza el bordo por una puerta helada. La frontera que parte la tajada de un sueño parte también en 2 el largo continente.
Cuando me odie, usaré tu nombre de travesti. Tu número quedará grabado en todos los baños públicos.
Érase una vez un país de papel, donde el peso también era y es de papel, donde el peso se hace más ligero, casi metafísico, con los lustros empapelados.
Nobody's tree is the same. A signifier in the one-syllable speech, signified in the letters we whittle into its frame. If semiotics is the study of signs and their meanings, the word genocide is a litany of failed address. It ends with a nod to our queen, our teacher, our muse, Adiselis.